We've got Ollie in here, we've got Tom Jonas. We are blessed. We've got the co-captains, first time in a 149-year history with Port Adelaide. Proud of the two of them. They're in the studio. KT's in the warm-up room. We'll get him later. Bicks, I'll hand it over to you as the two-time to get the two in.
No, it's not about me. It's about these two guys. I just want to say welcome and congratulations. What a great honour for you two blokes.
Thanks for having us in.
If I can start with you, Tom, an enormous honour. You're a rookie-listed player and you've turned into arguably the club's most reliable player, and now you've had this honour bestowed upon you. What's the first emotion that you felt?
Yeah, obviously you're incredibly proud and also privileged to be representing such a great club which is steeped in history. So I probably never thought I'd be sitting in this position, but it's going to be great to share the ride with Ollie.
Now, and I guess it's been, in the last 2 years, it's been an unbelievable rise for you. You had a wretched 2016 with injury and suspension, but top three, the best and fairest both years, and really just emerged as the position that you're in now.
Yeah, I've had a few ups and downs, and obviously coming from the rookie list, I wasn't the best footballer going around, but I've always prided myself on leadership, and that's hopefully shone through in the last couple of years, and that's why I find myself in this position. But I mean, Ollie's the same. He's had a little bit of a different journey, but he's displayed some outstanding traits, and there's no better person to be sitting here with.
No, well said. And Ollie, pick 7 in the 2012 draft. I was there when your mum famously shed a tear. Now you are the captain of the club. Who was the first person you rang?
It was my parents, yeah. They've been there every step of the way, and I guess this club means a lot to me now, and it means a lot to my parents and my family. The way that the club itself and the supporters welcome us into the family, and I guess Jonah's a little bit that way too, coming from, I guess, you're like Norwood and that, aren't you?
Norwood background,
Used to hate Port Adelaide. So,
not a background, it's in your DNA, Jonah.
And to see, I guess, ourselves in that position to be representing this proud club, it's something pretty special for us.
There's no bigger honour for a player to lead your team, no question about that. And only special people get to do that with strong traits that you two have got. What was the discussion with both of you around the co-captaincy, and how comfortable does it sit with you? I'll start with you, Ollie.
Yeah, it feels really comfortable. Obviously, as a playing group, we got to sort of make our voice heard to the coaches, and then obviously that goes through the board. And I think co-captaincy for us is better for us than one captain. Our personalities and the way we lead complement each other for Tommy and I. So things that I'll do well, Tommy might not do well, and then things he'll do well perhaps are lacking for me. So I guess the way we're going to go together is really beneficial for us, and I guess we've known that the whole way, that this role is a big role, and for us at this time, 2 is better than 1.
Yeah. Jonah, do you want to answer that? Because you strike me as being a bloke that would want to be a one-person leader. And I don't mean that to be unfair or derogatory, but
yeah,
I'd love your opinion.
Yeah, I'm quite
just
a direct,
lean forward.
I'm quite a direct personality, and that's always been my way. But at the same time, Ollie touched on it. We've both got strengths and weaknesses, and I think we'll be able to really take it to another level. It's a pretty big honour to be just bestowed on one person these days, and there's a lot goes into the role. So if we can share that, I think it'll be really beneficial. I'm obviously slightly more senior, so Ollie's got that connection with the younger blokes, and I'm quite direct, and Ollie's really empathetic. But at the same time, I think we both drive high standards and want to get this club back to where it belongs.
Well, I see where it's going right away, Biggs. We got a good cop, Ollie, and a bad cop, Jonah.
Hey,
Jonah's grinning, and so is Ollie.
Slight adjustment to the whole leadership structure last year. I think you were 7 in a leadership group. You got to streamline just the two of you and Hamish Hartlett. Can you explain the reasoning behind that?
Yeah, so I think that's probably the popular way these days to have large leadership groups. So we've gone away from that slightly. We've obviously going to be working with Hartsey, who's an incredible leader amongst the boys.
Well done to Hammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good man.
Considering where he's come from in the last 12 months, to still be held in that esteem by his peers really says something about the sort of person he is. But it gives us the flexibility to call on a lot of other players and their strengths and weaknesses depending on the situation, and really extend the leadership to the whole group rather than it being 7 or 8 blokes. It's now there's 3, but there's also another 40.
Yeah, and you've got an enormous wealth of experience there. I guess you've got two AFL or former AFL captains in Boak and Rockcliffe. You've got
Trengrove.
Oh, Trenny. Yeah, forgot about that. Sorry. You've also got Robbie Gray. You've got Justin Westhoff. You've got Paddy Ryder. So there's a heap of people you can lean upon. If we had to ask you about your leadership style, is there one thing in particular? What would you say is your strongest trait?
I would just say honesty, whether that's giving feedback or just honesty in performance and giving what I got.
And Ollie, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'd say probably the thing Ken's always stressed to me is the way we lead on game day, and I think I do that very well in the way I play and the way I back myself to step up in big moments. But I guess the football, the way it's moving this way, I think Tommy and I, we've both got that on field, and the big thing is off field these days. You've got to remain connected as a group and keep everyone on the same page. So I think that problem in modern day footy is the one that we've got to solve.
Any of you yappies on the field? Ollie, you don't strike me as being one.
No,
Tommy, I see your
really.
lips go a fair bit.
I got to be careful because I play full back. You don't want to fire the forward up. They just got to kick a couple of goals.
But those days are gone anyway, aren't they?
What?
Yappy. No, not fools kicking bags. No. They still happen. So who's going to toss the coin? Are you heads or tails men, or have you discussed all of that?
What do you reckon? Heads first one?
Heads, yeah.
I saw Tommy just looked straight at Ollie, and Ollie went, "Yeah, let's do heads."
Yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully I was wings, no worries, and then we'll get to have that debate. Otherwise, we'll probably just, at the end of the day, captaincy isn't about who tosses the coin. It's about how we lead, and I think it'll be the same message coming from either voice.
Have either of you captained any team before?
I'm sure Wal would have. I had a little bit of experience, captain a few Ross Trevor sides and Payneham Nord Union, those sort of things.
How'd you go? Anything of note?
Yeah, I think we won 4 premierships.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, not bad, Tommy. What did you call Ollie? Wal?
Yeah, Wal.
What's Wal?
Long story.
Wally.
Well, we've got time. KT can wait.
I got prank called on radio one day, and they were acting like they didn't know anything about football, and they were getting me to say my name's Wally Wines for a promo or something. And I was first or second year, so I was going along with it. So somehow Wally stuck, then just Wal.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's a short story. Man, we could talk for hours for it. Thank you for driving in and taking your time and speaking to the Port listeners of ours. Big shoes to fill, Travis spoke. You don't need 2 lots of them, but the 2 of you together I think will be absolutely brilliant. I've given it the thumbs up in our jury. I debated well done. Bicks didn't. He don't like it.
No.
Why is that, Bicks?
No. I was given the point. No,
you had to believe it.
No, what I said at the
Right,
start
that win doesn't count
at
now.
the start of the show was it's horses for courses,
Yeah,
and
cool.
whatever suits each club is best, and no better person to decide than Ken Hinkley and the players. We're from the outside. What would we know? So you just back them in. So
well done, man.
That's my thoughts. Thanks for coming in. We're going to take a short break. Keith Thomas is going to jump in and join us next, and plenty of questions to ask him, but we thank Ollie Wines and Tom Jonas, the co-captains of the Port Adelaide.
Well done, man.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, boys.